Time now for your morning live sport with me, Stacey Holland. Thanks so much for tuning in. We start with golf news. The Ladies Sunshine Tour season has ended with Perrine Delacour winning the South African Women's Open at Erinvale Country and Golf Estate, and Casandra winning the Order of Merit. So to talk to us about this past season, we have roped in golf analyst Michael Vlismas. Good morning, Michael. It's so great to have you again. The last time we chatted, I mentioned it's all about the ladies this morning, but it would be remiss of me not to talk about him finally getting that career Grand Slam, Rory McIlroy. Quickly chat to us about that.
Yeah, and I see you celebrating with that green dress as well. Fantastic. 100%. You know, it's so important for golf that I think Rory McIlroy got that Grand Slam. You know, he's been such a figure in the game. And as he says, what are we all going to talk about next year? Because for the past few years, that's what everybody's been talking about. And he did it so well. Those two birdies he made for me on 15 and 17, the two shots he hit into those greens were some of the best you'll see under pressure. I mean, I know he bogeyed 18, but still unbelievable performance to slip on that green jacket. And I think just for anybody in sport, not just in golf, I think it's a moment that you appreciate.
And he gave some interesting sporting insights. He said the double bogey on the first actually helped him settle in, which is not what any journalist was talking about.
Yes, you know, when I saw that as well, I thought, oh no, here we go, you know, what's happening? But then, you know, you saw Bryson pull it left as well, and you thought, okay, there's some proper nerves out there between these two. But yes, you know, he looked like he was under pressure those first couple of holes, and then certainly got into his rhythm, and it shows, I think, how far he's come, because he's having a phenomenal season, and this showed the mental growth that he's made.
In fact, let's use that as the perfect segue, because Casandra has also had a phenomenal season when we talk about the Ladies Sunshine Tour, topping the Order of Merit. In fact, I think she has 3,149 points, and next best behind that is about 1,500 points, just showing how consistent she's been.
And consistent being the key. You know, we just spoke about McIlroy winning with what wasn't his A game. That's what Casandra Alexander's been working towards, to be able to do well and be consistent when she doesn't always have her A game with her. And it's come through this season. It's been a long time since I've seen such a consistent performance, you know, men or women, for such a stretch of golf. She never finished outside the top 5 in 7 tournaments. Incredible. On her way to winning that Investec Order of Merit. So phenomenally dominant performance by her.
And what are your thoughts about the entire tour, you know, the international players and the future of ladies golf in South Africa? Perrine Delacour obviously winning there over the past weekend as well. I think it's an exciting time for women's golf in South Africa.
I think it is a very exciting time. You know, we saw with the commitment on the tour, you know, 8 tournaments, and twice throughout the tour, the sponsors that were involved during their tournaments increased their prize money. So, you know, that's a very good sign about the value that they see. We saw some new talent coming through. You had Kyra Mudley there winning the Rookie of the Year. You had Kira Floyd, I thought, stepped up in a big way from a South African perspective this year. She's going to make a breakthrough, that's for sure. And she did, with that 60 to win on the Sunshine Ladies Tour as well. Casandra Alexander we've spoken about. But I think you'd want to see one of our South Africans win the co-sanctioned events that are co-sanctioned with the Ladies European Tour. But they've certainly, you know, the tour's certainly grown, and there's a lot of new talent coming through.
At the ABSA Invitational, I managed to chat to a few of the American contingent, and many of them sharing that, you know, they obviously have heard that South Africa has these great golf courses, but they're now choosing to use it as a base because we have great weather, we have access to the best quality food, and it's something that they can now change in the entire professional strategies to come and play some golf here and then head out. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you look at Perrine Delacour. She's an LPGA Tour player. She's out here starting her season on the Sunshine Ladies Tour, and that's exactly it. You know, you look at this men's Sunshine Tour, the Sunshine Ladies Tour. It does provide wonderful opportunity at the beginning of the year. The Sunshine Ladies Tour in particular, it's quality golf courses, as you mentioned. It's a tour that's very well run and very well set up compared to many other likewise tours around the world. It's very professionally run. And so it's a great base, as many of them say, to sort of really start their season strong here and then move on to wherever they're going. The rest of the Ladies European Tour, or some of them like Delacour, who's off to Las Vegas for the LPGA Tour. So it's a very, very solid foundation with some good prize money.
Before I let you go, I mean, what are your thoughts in terms of development in the sport for younger girls? I know for the men, we have things like the Vusi and Ngubeni Q School as well. What do the ladies need to be doing to encourage younger girls to get into the sport?
Well, I think the more they see the likes of a Casandra Alexander, Kira Floyd, Kaira Mudley, the more they see them coming through, it's an aspirational effect. It's like, look, I can do that as well. Rory watches Tiger in 97 and believes I can do this. And that's what has always made our South African golf so strong, is that generational talent that follows. Sally Little is involved a lot in the development of women's golf. That's an LPGA Hall of Famer that has come back to South Africa, and she's giving back here. She's got her own foundation. She's working a lot with young girls to show them what's possible in the game of golf. And we just need more of that, and more of that kind of corporate support, because the stars are out there. The legends come back and they give back in golf. You just need more corporate support to get behind that and say, let's work with you.
Awesome. Well, Michael, it was great chatting to you. Looking forward to chatting to you throughout the year about more golf news. I hope you have an awesome day as well.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And that's it for our sports news for this hour. We're chatting about golf, and particularly Rory McIlroy's win at the Masters, but the Ladies Sunshine Tour, which concluded over this past weekend, and South Africa's Casandra Alexander topping the order of merit.